The funeral for the dad of Roman Reigns was held just hours ago. Roman was in attendance, as well as somebody very surprising, and this has led to a major update on the current medical condition of Paul Heyman, who ended up in the hospital after an attack by the Bloodline. In today's video, we'll have full coverage of the funeral for Roman's dad and the latest update on Paul Heyman. Fans were very upset concerning Paul Heyman after watching the most recent episode of SmackDown taking place in Toronto during Money in the Bank weekend. Last week, Paul Heyman was powerbombed through the commentator's desk and taken to the hospital. But Corey Graves reported some very sad news concerning Paul Heyman when reading an advertisement for an upcoming Fanatics event in New York in mid-August. He was reading off who would be in attendance, who fans could meet. One of the names was Paul Heyman. Now, Paul Heyman, a week ago, was sent to the hospital, but yet he's going to show up at a Fanatics event. Now, it is in mid-August, but if you look at how badly beaten and bruised Paul Heyman was, he's not going to be able to sit there for 10 hours taking pictures and signing autographs. And that is probably why Corey Graves said the following: Paul Heyman will be in attendance, assuming he has recovered by then. So, just a one-line sentence, but this is the only update we have gotten from WWE about Paul Heyman. And just when you thought things couldn't get worse for Roman Reigns, after Roman lost his father, his friend was sent to the hospital, Paul Heyman, and now on SmackDown, Solo Sikoa made it official. Solo is now the tribal chief, and he called out Roman Reigns and basically challenged him. So Roman now has a target on his back, and it seems that Solo is coming for him. But literally, while Solo was cutting that promo, Roman was laying his father to rest. We will show you pictures of Roman in attendance at the funeral and a mystery guest that led to a huge update about the current medical condition of Paul Heyman. We now know when Solo said Roman's not coming back, that was a lie. Obviously, if Roman wasn't coming back, then Solo would not basically be challenging him on SmackDown. But we are now learning one of the possibilities as to why Roman Reigns has been gone from WWE since WrestleMania 40. The contract for Roman Reigns ended at WrestleMania 40, and he was in negotiations with WWE concerning a new contract. The two main things in that contract probably are, number one, a huge increase in his money. Some say that he will become the highest paid WWE superstar ever. Now, Brock Lesnar held that record a few years back when he signed his contract, making $12 million a year. But Roman is going to make more than that, much more. Some say $15 million, some say $20 million. That's guaranteed money. And number two, with this new contract, Roman will be in WWE even less. So we will see Roman much, much less going forward once he does come back. And also confirmed, when Roman makes his return, he will be a babyface. And it seems that fans are ready for this. What have they been chanting every week? We want Roman. Obviously, this is a huge difference compared to when the last time Roman was a babyface, and instead of "we want Roman" chants, it was just boos. Fans did not like Roman as a babyface. One reason was they felt he was being forced upon the WWE Universe. They didn't want Roman at that time. And it also could be just bad writing, bad booking for Roman as a babyface. But everything ended up working out as Roman got over huge as a heel. And now WWE is hoping that he will become even more over once he returns, feuds with Solo, and is a babyface. But before all of that can get started, Roman had to deal with one of the darkest days in his life as he laid his father to rest. The funeral for Roman's father, Sika, who passed away tragically last week. The funeral was held for him in Pensacola, Florida. Here we see Roman smiling with some of the mourners at the funeral. Roman trying to lift the spirits of those closest to him on this dark day, trying to let them know it's going to be all right and that he is now the head of the family and he will take care of them. But look at this. Roman standing next to the father of Solo, Rikishi. And even though Rikishi's son, Solo, has basically staged a successful coup and taken over the Bloodline, Roman put that aside to pose for this picture with the father of Roman's new enemy. But the most surprising mourner at the funeral was Paul Heyman. Obviously, after being taken to the hospital, fans were fearing the worst. But now we get confirmation that Paul Heyman is out of the hospital. We don't know what type of long-term issues he will have due to the attack, but the good news is Paul Heyman is well enough to be walking, standing up. He looks to be okay, but there could be issues that we don't see from this picture. But it's overall good news that Paul Heyman is now out of the hospital and doing well enough to attend Sika's funeral. Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns did not take an arm-in-arm picture together, but Paul Heyman was behind Roman as Roman hugged one of his family members. And it's possible that Roman helped Paul Heyman get out of the hospital so that he could make it to Sika's funeral. And this could be major evidence of things to come in WWE, as Roman Reigns may very well return in the coming days with Paul Heyman by his side. What are your thoughts about Paul Heyman being released from the hospital? And what do you think is next for him? Leave a comment and give me your opinion.